All right, everybody, we are live. Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. I should have everything fixed here. Y'all just let me know if everything is good. It should be, but yeah, I'm excited. So, looking at it right now, the Jets are on the clock as the Steelers just made their pick. They went Broderick Jones. So, a lot of you know that I'm in the Huddle Reports contest for mock draft. Currently, let's see where I'm at. Currently, I am at 17 points. I've matched 2 players with the correct team. I have 13 players that I had in my mock draft have gone in the first round. So, yeah, I am at 17. First place is at 28. So yeah, they have 7 matches and 14 players, right? The only player I'm missing is Jahmyr Gibbs. I didn't have him in mind. He's the only one I'm missing. So hopefully we can make a little bit of a comeback and finish a little bit higher. But we'll see. We'll see. So the Jets, 4.5 minutes left on the clock here. We'll see who they go with. I'm pulling my mock draft up now so I can follow along with what's going on. At 15, I have the Jets taking Broderick Jones, so obviously I can't hit that pick as Jones just went to the Steelers. So we'll see what the Jets do here. See who the Jets go with here. Let me know what you guys think of the draft so far. Let me know who you have going, where you have them where, and just, yeah, keep me updated. Help me reach my goal of 850 subs by the end of April. That would be much appreciated. Appreciate all you guys. We're 29 away from that, so hopefully we can hit it within the next 2 days. And the Jets down to 3 minutes on the clock now. We'll see who they end up going with. So the Jets down to 1.5 minutes now on the clock. Down to 1.5 minutes. So yeah, I've missed out on the point for the Jets. Hopefully they just don't go crazy and they get somebody who add to a team that's already picked. Like a Michael Mayer, which I doubt they go there, but like I had Michael Mayer to the Packers and Jackson Smith and Jigba to the Texans. So, to take a guy like that or Christian Gonzalez, because I had him to the Eagles. If they could take him, that would help me out because it would help me out. And the pick is in for the New York Jets now. All right, so the Commanders up next. Then it'll be the Patriots. I have the Commanders taking Joey Porter Jr. I think if Christian Gonzalez doesn't go here, I'll probably get that one wrong because if they do go corner, I think they would go him over Porter. And it's 17. Well, the Steelers already picked. So I had the Patriots going Zay Flowers from Boston College. I've heard a lot of talk about that, and I think he just kind of fits the style of play that they go with a lot better. He just fits New England's offense and their style a lot better than I think some of the other receivers did. So I had Flowers going 14 to the Patriots. So waiting on the announcement for the Jets pick. I haven't got that in yet. Waiting on the pick to come in. I don't really know where to go. I don't think they go offensive line here. I don't think they go offensive line. I don't think. I think maybe Kalijah Cansey, but I also don't know if the Jets go with a receiver maybe and get Rodgers another weapon and go all out for a Super Bowl with Rodgers and get him offensive weapons. And here is Roger Goodell out now to make the pick. He's got a Make-A-Wish kid with him recovering from bone cancer. His wish was to announce the Jets' first-round pick, so that's pretty cool. So he'll announce that. All right, so he's going to announce the pick here. Let's see who it is for the New York Jets. And it is Will McDonald from Iowa State. All right, so Washington down to 6.5 minutes now as Will McDonald goes 15 to the Jets. All right, so I should be up to 18 points now. I think I had McDonald going. I better have had McDonald going in. I'm actually going to be mad if I didn't. Yep, I had McDonald going in. So through 15 picks, I've only missed out on one player. Biggest problem for me is I only have two matches. I've only matched two players with the right team, and that would be Bryce Young and Will Anderson. And I've just completely missed on the other ones. I stayed up late last night trying to figure this out, and I just could never come up with a mock draft that I liked. In the end, I did not do very good at matching the teams with the right players, but Um, we're doing good. We're doing pretty solid so far. And the guys in this mock draft, um, some of them are like Todd McShay, Mel Kiper are in this draft, Peter Schrager. So it's a lot of big name guys that have like their own scouting services and stuff. So being far off from first place isn't a bad thing, um, compared to the guys I'm going up to. But I got 41 points in last year's draft and finished 41st. So hopefully I can at least get close to that, if not, maybe past that. But I don't think that's very likely. Um, but Washington's pick is in, so we will wait and see what that turns out to be. So who does Washington go with here? I'm thinking they go Will Levis here. It's either going to be Levis or Gonzalez, the two guys you see on the screen right there. All right, so they went the commercial break on TV, so we'll have to wait to see that. Make sure you guys leave comments in the comment section. Let me know, um, you know what. Let me know what your thoughts are on the draft so far and who you're going. Um, and yeah, so let me know about that. I'm gonna take a quick break, and I'll be right back. All right, so the Commanders pick is in, and they went Emmanuel Forbes, which is kind of surprising to me that they went Forbes there. I don't think I had him going in the first round for me. I think he was one of the ones I was debating on leaving out, and I think I left him out. Um, so Forbes went there. The Patriots pick is already in, so they know their guy who they want, and they are getting ready to take him. So hopefully for me that they'll go Zay Flowers. Um, so we'll see what happens there. The way that they go here, um, I could see them going with a guy like Nolan Smith, and I could also see them going with a guy like Christian Gonzalez. So it'll be interesting to see what the Patriots do here as we await their pick. And they go with Christian Gonzalez. So a good pickup there for them. He slid a lot farther than a lot of people had, all the way down to 17. Um, so he slipped a little way um, down to 17, but the Patriots draft him, and I think he's going to be a good pickup there as the Lions are now on the clock. Will Levis available, Dalton Kincaid also available. As ESPN says, Kincaid is the best fit. Will Levis best available. We could see the Lions go quarterback here. Is Levis or excuse me, Goff? They're going to owe him a lot of money come next year if they don't go ahead and get a quarterback. So I could see them going potentially Levis here, but I don't think that's the way they go. Maybe a guy like Kalijah Cansey goes right here. I don't think he's gone yet. So I could see that going is him going there. I don't think he's gone yet. Am I just blanking on something? No, he hasn't gone yet. So I could see Kalijah Cansey going there. Um, but we'll have to see here. Um, the Lions on the clock. We'll see where they go with it. Levis looks a little nervous in there in the green room. Hopefully, we don't get one of these situations where he shows up and doesn't go in the first round. I believe that happened to a few players either last year or the year before. I think it was two or three of them that that had sat in there, and they didn't end up going at all, um, which I'm sure is probably a very embarrassing moment for them and very awkward. Um, yeah, the line's still on the clock, 4:13 and counting for their pick now. Let's see where we rank. How many points we have. They're not showing the. I don't think there's any. There's no number technically beside them right now. But we have 19 points. Still only 2 matches. We got to get that up. Um, we got to get the matches up because that has been killing us. That's been killing us. And missing those 2 players with Gibbs and Forbes wasn't good either, which means now some of the players that we were kind of shaky on with like a Osiris Torrance or Anton Harrison may not go, but I think the guy right now that I think is going to be out from a guy that I had in is going to be Cam Smith, the cornerback from South Carolina. Just with Emmanuel Forbes going over him, you still have Deonte Banks on the board. You still have Joey Porter on the board. I just don't know if he's going to end up going. So we'll see there. As the pick for the Lions is in now, and we're just waiting on the announcement of it. We got Daniel in the house saying, "What's up? How's it going, Daniel? Good to have you back in here. As we're just catching the NFL draft right now. My TV stream of it is getting annoying. It's not working. It's glitching. There's a pretty bad thunderstorm coming through our area right now. All right. So let's see who the Lions get. Todd McShay is showing his best available right now. He's got Will Levis, Dalton Kincaid, Nolan Smith, Jackson Smith, and Jigba, and Michael Mayer. So that's his best available. I think, most people probably would agree with that. as those are the best available players. All right, so let's see. And the Lions go with Jack Campbell, the linebacker from Iowa. Didn't have him in there. I don't know what the Lions drafted so good last year. And now this year, I have no clue what they're doing. They go Gibbs and they go Campbell, a guy they could have gotten first round or with their first pick tomorrow. I don't really understand what the Lions are doing there. I just don't understand what they're doing with that pick right there. Because you got still available. You have Nolan Smith, a guy that's available. You have Michael Mayer, a guy that's available. Kalijah Cansey, Joey Porter, Miles Murphy, Deonte Banks, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. So you have a bunch of guys, Kincaid, a bunch of guys that you could put in ahead of that would make more sense that they don't go with. I don't really understand that. I don't understand that at all. What they're really doing there, but if that's what they wanted, that's what they wanted. I hope they're happy with their draft. I just thought that was an interesting way to go with it. But now the Buccaneers are on the clock and their pick is in. So we'll see who the Buccaneers go with. I could see them going with Levis. I could see them going with Murphy or Nolan Smith. A guy like that. We'll see who they go with here. As we're just waiting on the announcement. We'll see who the Buccaneers go with here. I have the Bucs taking Deonte Banks, the cornerback from Maryland. I don't think that's what's going to happen here. So right now we're through 18 picks. Something interesting, not a single wide receiver off the board. Not a single one gone. Which is very surprising to me. By the way, in the mock draft, 1, 2, 3, 4 people have correctly picked every player in the first round, not matching them with the team, just have picked it that will be selected in the first round. And the Buccaneers go with Kalijah Cansey. I think that is a good pick right there. As we have a raid right here from UST Uneducated Sports Talk. How's it going, man? Sorry, I was busy looking at the available players. Appreciate the raid, you guys. Daniel in here, Mark Hay in here. We got James in here. We got Mikey. Go Pack Go. Yes, sir. Go Pack Go. What do you think about the pick from the Packers? I wasn't really um I wasn't really excited with the pick necessarily from the Packers, but I wasn't against it either. Like it wasn't what I was hoping for. I was hoping for an offensive guy. But I will say I'm happy with the pick. Just wasn't extremely excited about it. Wasn't the nicest pick. Um, appreciate it, Mikey. Appreciate it. Like I said, we're going through a bad thunderstorm here, so I'm trying to get my TV back working. It's not wanting to work right and show me the draft, but I think I got it good now. I'm not excited. Yeah, I'm not really. It is typical for the Packers to go. They go with the smaller player, the cheaper player, instead of just going and getting a talented player, a guy that they know they're going to have to pay. But just go get the best player, the guy that's going to help your team the most, instead of looking at a position that you need, but also a guy that's not going to cost that much whenever it comes time to pay him, which I just don't like. Just go get the guy that you believe in. Go get the guy that you know that is the best um, for your team. Yep, Packers doing Packers draft day things. Maybe I have some hope in the Jaguars. I like the Packers and the Jags. Maybe I have some hope in the Jaguars that they'll do something right and help me out. Um, and not screw their pickup. Hopefully they'll do good. So Levis and Smith and Jigba still on the board. Be interesting right here to see if the Seahawks go with Will Levis. As we look at the QBs already taken, Bryce Young to the Panthers, Stroud to the Texans, and Richardson to the Colts. So we'll see if Levis goes here. Says, I still have faith in the Love Shack. I do too. I think Love is going to be a very good quarterback. I don't think we're going to see star potential this year, but I think give him a year under his belt, and I think that he's going to be a really good quarterback. Obviously not on the level of Patrick Mahomes, probably not to the level Aaron Rodgers was, but I think he's going to be a great quarterback in the NFL, and can get us into the playoffs consistently. Not necessarily to a Super Bowl, but can get us into the playoffs consistently. So that's kind of what I think about Love. I think he's going to be a solid guy in the NFL, and hopefully all works out for him and for the Packers, because he's definitely going to be a big part of what any kind of success or failure they have this upcoming season. Mikey says, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I think the Packers can move forward with Love, and anything they do in the draft will benefit. I think so. Like, I don't think the pick of Van Ness was a bad pick. I think Van Ness is a good player. I just don't think he was the best guy that the Packers should have taken. With the pick, I think they went for the cheaper move because Van Ness is going to cost less than getting a guy, like Jackson Smith and Jigba or Michael Mayer or Dalton Kincaid. He's going to cost less than those guys, but I still don't think it's a bad pick. It's still the pick that, you needed to make. Still a good pick. So, but hopefully they'll figure something out, and I'm excited to see what they do with the second round picks, because they're, at least I would imagine so, with still through 19 picks, probably going to be through 20 picks. I don't think the Seahawks go receiver here. Well, I could see them taking Smith and Jigba. I think Myles Murphy or Nolan Smith is probably is probably the most likely way. Or no, Nolan Smith already went. I think Miles Murphy's probably a more likely pick here. Maybe a Keon White from Georgia Tech. Um, but I don't think that they go. I don't think that they go with a receiver, but you never know. You never know. Um, wait, is Nolan Smith gone? No, Nolan Smith hasn't gone yet. Nolan Smith hasn't gone yet. Rodgers, no matter how great he was, only got us one Super Bowl, so lots of heartache. Yeah, for sure. Like he's probably the best regular season quarterback over the last 10 years. Ever since he became the starter, since like 2010, he's probably been the best regular season quarterback. But when it came to the playoffs, he just wasn't clutch. He couldn't get the job done in the playoff. And that's what separates Rodgers from people like Brady, is that he just couldn't get it done in the playoff. Um, so yeah, I think that we just lost a great quarterback, but at the same time, the dude won us one Super Bowl back in 2011. Like he hasn't done anything for us that really matters in the long run and since 2011. So um Mikey says, do you think the Packers trade up at any point? Depends who's available later in the first round, and I could see them potentially trading into the first round. Maybe trading up from that second round pick up, moving up in the second round to get a guy. But the Packers, I just don't think they're not a team that generally trades up. Um, I think it would be better to just keep the picks, maybe even trade down. I would have liked, especially us taking Van Ness, I would have liked for us to have traded down from 13, traded back to acquire some more picks. Um, but I think that they definitely could. I don't think they're going to trade into the first. Like I don't think you will see the Packers pick again tonight. I don't think they trade back into the first round, but I could see them trading up, tomorrow in the second or third round. If there's a guy available that they really like, potentially maybe one of these receivers, I could see that for sure. I like to see the Ravens take a rookie wide receiver and have Odell and Mark Andrews mentor them. I would too, and I think that's probably what they're going to do. The Ravens already kind of helped themselves today by signing Lamar to the 5-year deal. So yeah, and the Seahawks pick is in. Goodell's uh, walking out onto the stage to announce it now. So um, so we'll see what happens here. Who the Seahawks ends up going with. And they go with Jackson Smith and Jigba. I really thought that they were going to go edge rusher there, but they go Smith and Jigba. So then first receiver goes off the board at 20. Yep, they go off at 20, and the Chargers are on the clock. All right. So Markai says, so on your channel, what is your team? So I like for NFL, I like the Packers and the Jaguars, and I'll tell you why I like the Packers because that's just who my dad liked, and so that's who I like growing up. I'm a Clemson fan for college, so that's why I like the Jaguars. Is because they have three or four Clemson players down there. I just like the style that they play, um, and they're decently close to where I live in Clemson, South Carolina. So that's kind of where I go with them. Best player available, yeah, I think so. And if you trade up and get a receiver, I think would be, if one of these receivers like I'm not a big fan of Quentin Johnson, but like a Zay Flowers or a Jalen Hyatt or maybe Jordan Addison, but I highly doubt it. Is available. I could see them trading up in the second round to get one of those guys. Mikey O says, liked your stream and subbed. I appreciate it, my man. I appreciate the support. James says, well, yeah, I did not expect that pick of Njigba there. I did not expect that pick there of Smith and Jigba. I really thought they would go with a Nolan Smith or a Miles Murphy or even a Will Levis, I thought, over Smith and Jigba. But this could turn out to be a pretty awkward night if Levis doesn't go with him being in the green room. I'm looking ahead now at teams that could potentially take him, and the only team I'm really seeing is the Vikings, maybe. Not really. Maybe the Giants and maybe the Saints, but I'm not liking Levis's chances of going. I'm not liking Levis's chances of going at all. Maybe a team trades back into the first round. Maybe they trade back in, but I'm just not sure a team does. So we're at 822 subscribers. Our goal is 850 by the end of April. We're going to be putting out some more content coming up with some draft grades, some rookie predictions, blunders from the draft, some draft recaps, and then and then we're going to be going into our college football predictions. We'll do a few NFL predictions, but for the most part, we're going to be hitting hard on the college football predictions. We're getting every Power 5 team and a few Group of 5 teams. And for if I'm not doing a team that any of you guys want, you're more than welcome to comment on any of my videos. Hey, I'd like you to do this team, and I'll definitely make sure I do them and fit them into the schedule for sure. So I'm all for that. So yeah, I like that, and I'm trying to figure out who the Chargers go with here. I hope Jordan Addison. Actually, no, because I had the Chargers taking Skoronski, so I can't get that pick either. Hopefully, the Ravens will go Quentin Johnson, but I think they probably go Addison if they take a receiver. Although Quentin Johnson is more of that. James says, "Have you checked out CU with Coach Prime?" I've been seeing all the stuff that they do, and I think they've cut like 40 something players. And the Pac-12 has a rule where the new coach can come in and cut players, but they remain on scholarship unless they find a new team to transfer to. So the problem I see for Colorado is some of these guys Coach Prime cut, if they stay at the university and finish their degree the entire time they stay at Colorado, that counts as a football scholarship for Colorado. So if some of these guys stay 3 years, then that's 3 years that they're down on scholarships, and that could really hurt. That could really hurt. yeah, that could really hurt the Buffalo in the long run and Coach Dion. Um, so we'll see. We'll see what happens there with that. I'm gonna be doing a video on that pretty soon as the Chargers pick is in. Um, we'll see what goes on. Let's see who they go with. I'm thinking maybe Addison. And they go Quentin Johnson. So of course they and now watch what'll happen with the Ravens is the Ravens will take Jordan Addison and I'll miss out on the 3 points for that pick and only come away with one. But yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Let's see where I'm sitting at right now. So first place is still Walt Deptula, who's actually the local radio host, the guy that I ended up getting into this contest because of. He's sitting in first place right now at 35, 8 matches, 19 out of 21 players. Let's see where I'm at. I'm currently at 21 points. I've matched 2 players, but I've gotten 17 of 21 players. Right. So we'll see what happens here. If so, my buddy Reichley from the Football Expert, make sure you guys check him out as well. He's beat me by 1 point right now. He has one more match than me, but I have one more player than him. Um, so hopefully I can pass him. Very true, good call. Yeah, just I think that could be something that turns very costly on Buffalo or on Colorado. So we're doing the draft. I'm thinking Buffalo because Colorado is the Buffaloes. But yeah, um, I could. I think that's going to be a tough call there. What happens with that, and where they end up going um, with just the scholarships because it's going to be hard to bring a bunch of these good players and to really turn the program around if you have 30 guys, even 20 that are just taking up scholarships but not even playing because you decided to cut them if they can't transfer anywhere. So we'll see what happens with Colorado. I think he may have himself in a mess, but he may be able to get out of it. We'll see. All right. So they went to a commercial break. The Ravens are on the clock. I could see the Ravens going a few ways here. I could see them going Jordan Addison. I could see them going Nolan Smith. I could see them going with a guy like Joey Porter or Deontay Banks here. Be interesting to see. And an interesting storyline right now for sure is Will Levis not being taken. We'll see what goes on. This will be interesting what they end up doing. So counting down now, 2:15 on the clock for the Ravens. Look at the best remaining players right now. The best remaining, we got Will Levis still available, Dalton Kincaid, Nolan Smith, Michael Mayer, Zay Flowers, Joey Porter Jr., Miles Murphy, Jordan Addison, Deonte Banks, and Brian Branch, all still available. Guys, I thought we're going to go in the first round, but as of right now, they're not all going to go. If Levis is a day 2 pick, where do you think he'll go? I could see a team like the Rams taking him. I could see the Lions taking him, really. Or they're let me look at the second round order. So I don't think the Steelers take him. The Cardinals won't take him. So I think at 34, the Lions could take him. At 36, the Rams could take him. The Seahawks, I don't think the Seahawks have not taken a quarterback yet. So I could see the Seahawks taking him. Honestly, Hendon Hooker may go above him. Hendon Hooker may be drafted above Levis. I could see the Raiders taking him at 38, the Saints at 40, the Titans potentially at 41, the Jets maybe at 43, but I think more likely the Falcons at 44, the Commanders at 47, just the Buccaneers, just teams like that I could see trading up. Not necessarily sitting where they're at, but I could see them trading up, to get up there and get those and get either Hooker or Levis. I think it's a real possibility that Hooker could go above him. So we'll see. Good call. I was thinking the Raiders would grab a QB as well. Yeah, I think the Raiders could be one of those that get Hooker or Levis. I think that is somewhere they could go, and the Ravens take Zay Flowers, so they get a receiver for Lamar Jackson, what he's been wanting for forever. They finally get a receiver. Zay Flowers, an electric receiver. I think that is a great pick there from the Ravens. A great pick. And I wonder if that had already been discussed before Lamar signed his extension. I wonder if that had something to go on with the signing of the extension. Is, look, bro, we got you OBJ, and we're getting you a wide receiver in the draft. So now the Vikings are on the clock. I could see him going Joey Porter here, maybe Deontay Banks, maybe a Brian Branch, but I highly doubt that. The Vikings might be the team to go Levis here. If Levis doesn't go here, his only hope is to go to the Saints or somebody trade into the first round, or else he's not going first round. That'll be his only hope. So we got 5 minutes left on the clock for Minnesota here. We'll see what they do and what their pick will be. I love the pick of Zay Flowers. Going right there. I think Flowers is going to end up being a great receiver. I would have loved for the Packers to have, maybe gotten him. But unfortunately, they decided to go Lucas Van Ness instead of any receiver. I would have loved for him to get Jackson Smith and Jigba too. I'm still kind of frustrated about that, but we'll see. I think we still need to get a better receiver tomorrow in the draft. If a Jalen Hyatt's still there, maybe Jordan Addison, as that's looking more and more possible. Maybe Jordan Addison going, but the Jaguars are on the clock now, and be interesting to see where they go. They've had a lot of interest in Brian Brzee. But I could also see him going Miles Murphy here or Nolan Smith. Both these guys still on the board. Surprised Nolan Smith was after he had a huge combine. Yeah, I didn't either. One, I didn't really see them taking a receiver. But two, I didn't see him falling all the way to 20. I just didn't expect that. I thought if the Texans stayed at 12, that's who they get. But obviously, great move by the Texans. They get their franchise player on offense and on defense. And yeah, I just didn't see him falling that far at all. At all. Yes, Houston did make a great move. I was a little bit worried that they were going to go with Will Anderson and then not ever really take a corner. A quarterback, not a corner, a quarterback. And I was a little bit worried about that. But yeah, they did end up taking a quarterback. So Walt Deptula is currently tied with John Daigle from 4-for-4 football for first with a score of 36 in 8 matches, 20 out of 22 players. My buddy Reichley from the Football Expert has 23 points with 3 matches and 17 players. And I currently have 22 points with 2 matches and 18 players. So we'll see how this goes. As the Vikings down to 1 minute 10 seconds to go. So we'll see if Levis goes here. They got the cameras on him right now from which the Vikings pick isn't in yet. The Vikings pick isn't in yet, but so we'll see what happens here. The pick is in for the Minnesota Vikings now. And Levis still standing there, looking nervous. I don't know if he's going to go here. All right, so the Vikings pick is in. Let's see who they go with here. I'm thinking a corner, whether it's Joey Porter, Deontay Banks. We'll see. Let's see who they go with here. Let me know in the comments who you guys think they're about the pick. I'm thinking the pick is going to be Joey Porter, Deontay Banks. And of course, they go with Jordan Addison, somebody I didn't even name. But hey, they're building up their picks, man. They're getting some good receivers there. They're building up that receiving core. They just recently lost Thielen, so now you replace him with Addison. You got Jordan Addison, Jamar Chase. Great receiving core in the making. Excuse me, not Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. Sorry, it's 11 o'clock here. Yeah, not Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. I mean, not Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. And then you pair him with Jordan Addison. I'm just going to quit talking about the Vikings receiving core, but good pick for Minnesota there. Good pick for him there. Yep, very opposite of Justin Jefferson. I don't see Kirk Cousins doing that either. Yeah, the last thing I see is him mentoring a QB. So yeah, I didn't really see Levis going there. I think the only team now left on the board that could take him is the Saints, and I'm not sure that happens. So not looking good for Levis to go here. Not looking good at all. Um, so the Giants on the clock now. I'm going to take a quick break, real quick, and I will be right back. All right, so the Jaguars trade the pick with the Giants. The Giants take Deontay Banks. I think Banks is probably the second best corner in this draft, I would say personally, or what I think he'll be in the NFL. So I like that pick from the Giants to get him there. And did the Jags just trade again? They did. They traded with Buffalo. So Buffalo jumps the Cowboys. I think they may go Osiris Torrance here. I think that may be where they go is the Jaguars making a few trades here to acquire some more picks. I like that. I like that. James says, all right, my man, thanks for hanging out. It's late here too. Good luck on your draft competition. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate all your contributions to the stream. I enjoyed it talking with you, and hearing your ideas and points on it as well. Really appreciate that. So an update on the competition. There's now 4 people tied for first with 22 players, 8 matches, score of 38. Looking now, I have 24 points, 2 matches, and 20 players currently in. See, Reichley's at 25 with 3 and 19. So I'm running out of time to jump ahead of him. Hopefully my top 100 board turns out a lot better than my mock draft. Same company, different, same people in the competition. So hopefully I do better than that. Bill's pick is in. We'll see who they go with. I have them taking Osiris Torrance in my mock draft. So we'll see what they go with. So yeah, Levis still in the green room. He's smiling right now though. So the Bills go Dalton Kincaid. I don't know if I like that pick, to be honest. All right, so Kincaid goes to Dallas. Does that mean Mayer goes here to the Cowboys? I think Dallas needs a guard as well. I was kind of disappointed the Bills didn't take Osiris Torrance. And that would have been nice to hit on, but yeah, oh well. All right, while we wait on the Cowboys to make their pick, I'm going to check the score. The Hawks, man, they got eliminated tonight. The Celtics went on a 16-6 run down the stretch to eliminate them. Celtics were up 1 at halftime. Then going into the fourth, the Hawks were up 2 and they got outscored by 10. Trae Young, 30 points. Jaylen Brown had 32. So the Celtics advance on. All right, so I think the pick here for the Cowboys is probably Michael Mayer. I think the Bills know that. I think that's why they wanted to jump the Cowboys, so that way they could get Kincaid. So the Cowboys got a minute still left. They're showing their war room right now. And they're still talking right now. Nobody's standing up and celebrating or anything yet. So I think they're still trying to decide so far. Look at some of the best available still. According to ESPN, which I'm pretty sure would be Todd McShay's list, is Will Levis, Nolan Smith, Michael Mayer, Joey Porter, Miles Murphy, Brian Branch, Luke Musgrave still available. Receivers best available: Jonathan Mingo, Jaden Reed, Jalen Hyatt, Cedric Tillman, Marvin Mims, Josh Downs, Nathaniel Dell, Tyler Scott, Charlie Jones, A.T. Perry. I could see Mingo being one of those guys that we kind of talked about earlier with the Packers trading up for or something. I could see Mingo going there, being one of those. And the Cowboys pick is in. Let's see who it is. And the Cowboys go Mazie Smith, the D tackle from Michigan. So taking him over Keanu Benton and Brian Brzee. Interesting. Very interesting. Jaguars on the clock. I'll see who they go with. 5:45 still left to pick. Jaguars pick is in. We'll see who they go with here. The Jaguars going Bryan Bresee. I have the Jags taking Bryan Bresee here, but I think it's more likely to go with Nolan Smith or Miles Murphy. So we'll see what happens there with that. We'll see how they go with it. Jaguars go Anton Harrison. Honestly, that's a good pick there for the Jaguars. Get a good offensive lineman, 6'4", 315. He's mobile, can move. I like that pick. I like that pick. So the Bengals on the clock now. The corner, tight end, running back, safety, and guard is what ESPN has their team needs. So we'll see what they go with.